Hello, hi, this is Kelly. I want to explain. I received some question asking how to form the question when we try to draw the hexagram. We know we have several methods to when we want to draw the hexagram. We have several methods. There are one method you have a lot of stick. Okay, so you grab the one stick and you grab another stick and then you continue back and forth and then you find out what is the last stick and how many left in your hand, and if their left is 3, so you know 前退离 number 3 is li is fire, so that trigram then you will get it put in the lower part. That means inner trigram. That always represent you. Okay, then you do it again. You grab those stick bend forth, and what's left? If you have one left, is 1. That's 钱. 钱 is number 1. So 3, a young symbol as a trigram. Then you put it on top, because the top is always called outside. Okay, outside trigram. So when you have a basis trigram, the lower part of a trigram always inner is you, okay, and represent your own family member or the things in surrounding you. And if you're any changing outside the upper part of a trigram eventually, and that's the person you may not know or is outsider. Okay, it's not like within your family or within your business partner or within wherever it's outside. Okay, so we cannot really do nothing without the to understand real the how I would say that how does trigram they behave. We have to know how they behave, and especially there are 5 elements, and that's we cannot do it without correctly, without know their correct 5 element is really. Okay, so if you just draw the things and then you say this is what that means, and then you try to explain what that means, and without you understand their character, and they will not be accurate. They will not be accurate because I'm not expert for I Ching either. I'm just very basic. Okay, so what I'm saying is I at least you need to understand their 5 elements, their behavior, and how that means. For example, Chen is sky. Okay, Tui is lake, and then you will know Tui represent young girl, so you know Tui is soft, right? Chen is hard, strong. At least you need to understand the basic of this mean the how they trigram. Okay, for example, so 前退 is metal, and metal is for for autumn. So you know exactly, and you know, oh, this is trigram is for autumn. At least you know that, right? And also I Ching is the I Ching hexagram, and it represents always a short time. It's not mean they cannot represent the long periods of time. However, you will probably more accurate that you want to see short periods of time. That's mean within few days, few hours. Okay, because the theory is you should see a lot. Series allow them to change. So if you want to see what will happen after 5 months, you give them a lot of room to change. And our thought, our a lot of things and can affect it, what the outcome is. So you don't want to wait that long. Also, when you want to ask the question, you have to ask reasonable questions. You cannot asking something uh, against the I Ching's rule. For example, I Ching is a show universal movement, or what is more reasonable rule about universal. So then you're asking how I can beat down that person. Okay, like the person you don't like, you want to say, is he going to death? And when you do this, and they will not give you correct answer because you are not mercy. Okay, or you say, am I gonna to win lottery? It's very hard. Just like you were asking, is tomorrow will have a at latitude of earthquake? That's not reasonable. That's not reasonable. You will not get correct reading. Okay, and also I know there's a lot of way to do the reasonable. For example, what's going on today? Okay, then you draw the hexagram. You see maybe there's is it do we have a do how is the visitor? What hour he will come? Or how is West visitor? If she brings something for me? You can ask that. Or say is this interview how that goes? Today's interview how that goes? Or I lost this. Can I find it? It's something like that. Also, we want to do it usually in the morning, in the early morning. Early morning. Okay, early morning is better. You have better energy. So when you want to throw the coin, better do in the early morning. If just because you thought, see something, because you also have to see something different before you would try to, because anything will happen, they will give you anything happen, they will give you a hint. For example, when Sao Kangjie, which is the song dance people who create this, he is do this 梅花艺术, and he see the two birds argue. Okay, and two birds argue and drop down from the tree and on the ground. And he see this is an unusual event. So he start to set up hexagram. If you are just getting in morning, nothing change, everything about the same, and you don't feel anything, or nothing routine has been changing at all, nothing will happen probably. Okay, and for example, if one of a guy and he always burn incense in the morning, and for the this is a real, actually true story. He burn incense in the morning, and and put it in his Buddha temple every morning, Buddha prayer place. But that day, the Buddha statue fall down. Okay, and push it down his hand, and he put the Buddha back on the normal position. He said, "Why he fall down and cover my hand?" Okay, but he was rushed go out to work, so he doesn't think about much. But that's an unusual event. Then you make and draw the hexagram. See, is lucky or unlucky. Okay, that was because when he went out, his mother told him, "Oh, be careful." And then he drive his car and he got hit. When they find him, he has one hand comes out, and the car was covering his hands. Okay, he got injury for that injury that hand that day. Okay, so then if nothing particular, and usually nothing will happen. Okay, if you feel something unusual, then maybe it's time you will uh, set up good or bad. Usually within few hours, you can see what's going on. Okay, and you can use the timing to see what's going on. And does not mean aging cannot do the long draw, but usually with this particular method is usually for short periods of time, also for one thing only, also very precise. Okay, and have to reasonable. See if you will become millionaire, or is tomorrow the end of war, or whoever will die. That's an unreasonable question. And so when you draw the hexagram, then you will see you always will match in the timing and the timing. So you don't really have to do, if the short period of time, you don't have to draw 3 hexagram. You can have one major one. Then you use the timing. You see, whenever you got, like if you got the two head trigram, one number is 1, another number is 3, that's 4. When the time you then you add time. Okay, you see the time. Time 11 to 1 is mouse. Okay, that's number 1. Okay, so then you add 1, that's 5. Okay, then you know whenever that will happen to you is around 5 hours. 5 hours. Okay, you should do this way. It's more accurate and more precise. And when you ask a question, you want to see unusual event when you draw the hexagram. If nothing happened, probably nothing happened unusual that day, you probably will not have anything happen. Okay, that's what I would say. And you can ask the questions, and the question may request a few days to result. You can also use it. All right, and so this is just basic, because when the day we born, and our body reflects the chi of the sky and earth, the time we born, the chi we represent, and the position we born, and the land, whenever like you born in Asian, and different you born in Europe, and different you born in America, so it's different. However, however, then you calculate with a chart. Okay, the chart, they contain 8 elements. So year have contain sky symbol and earth symbol. That's 2 elements. Day month contain sky symbol, earth symbol. So the 2. Okay, then day contains sky symbol and earth symbol, 2. And time contains sky symbol and earth symbol. That's 2. So we make up the chart. That's called A word chart. When you have that A word chart, we can count long periods of time in your life, how lucky or which direction you will go. But that's not I Ching. Okay, so that's another method. If you guys are interested, I can eventually talk about that method. I think you can see more longer periods time. Okay, but if you want to use those chart, and then combine the first every 5 to 10 years is a qi, so you will see the Chinese calendar when qi moves, and you can see your 8 words chart will match the qi, and then you know which direction you will go in next 5 years, next 10 years, which person you may meet, how much money you may make, and that will be all contained in the basis chart they call 8 word chart. However, if you want to only use the I Ching short periods time. Okay, this method is short periods. Okay, no long periods now would not be correct. Also, there's a Chinese emperor was called by a Soviet, and every morning he would draw the coin. And coin is the master. Usually you draw in the coin, and that's very popular. And when you draw the coin, you see your hexagram. Use that way to see, and you better do it in the morning, and you have to come. And I will say people should be know other people surrounding them, and give them lots of distract, and maybe burn incense, maybe meditate a little bit before they start to draw the coin. They will be more accurate. Okay, thanks. Otherwise, the accuracy would be very low. Okay, thanks. Bye bye.